What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. If you're a Raptors fan watching this right now and you sat through that entire Cavaliers and Raptors game, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back because that was tough to watch. The Toronto Raptors right now are facing health and safety protocols, and they are being forced to play in these games where they barely have a roster. Let's backtrack a little bit here. The Raptors currently have 10 players in health and safety protocols. These 10 players include OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., Malachi Flynn, and Precious Achiuwa. And then later on Saturday, Ken Birch, Champagnie, and Isaac Bonga were added to this list. So 10 players in total. And David Johnson was out with a calf injury. So the Raptors did not have 11 players against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they actually had to roll out this team. They had to play Watanabe, DJ Wilson, Boucher, Mihailuk, Banton, Waters, Morgan, and Oturu against the Cavs, which is why the Raptors absolutely got obliterated. And if you're on social media like me, you saw everybody made their jokes about the Raptors. Everybody took their shots at the Raptors. But can you blame the Raptors for looking that bad out there? I mean, they were practically playing a G League team. And I do got to tip my cap to those guys. I do got to give them a lot of credit because that is no easy task to be put in that position and make the most out of it. You got to be the ultimate professional. So those guys deserve all the respect in the world, but there's no denying that was tough to watch. Now, here's my problem with how the NBA is currently dealing with this Raptors situation. Look, I get it. We're in one of the weirdest times in human history. We are in such a crazy time, I think would be a better word to use. It is absolutely crazy what is going on. So the Raptors are not the only ones affected by all this. But what I do have a problem with is the fact that the Raptors clearly had 10 guys out and the NBA could not spare them another game. If the NBA honestly thinks it was good for their league and their product to have the Toronto Raptors put out that in an NBA game and get blown out by the Cavaliers, then I don't know what to say anymore. Because you look at some other teams that had to go through some similar issues that the Raptors are going through right now, the NBA kind of helped them out. First, the Brooklyn Nets. They had 3 straight games postponed after they had a league-high 10 players, the same amount of the Raptors, enter health and safety protocols. The Bulls, they too had at least 2 games postponed because they had 10 players out. So why are the Raptors not getting that same treatment? Now, the Raptors did have 2 games postponed last week. They were supposed to play on Monday against the Magic and then on Wednesday against the Bulls. But one of those games, which was the Magic game, was caused by a Magic outbreak. And then the Bulls game that was postponed was caused by a Raptors outbreak. So at the very least, the Raptors and Cavaliers should have gotten postponed because that was the second Raptors game that was affected by a Raptors outbreak. Nothing they can do about that. So instead, the Raptors are forced to roll out that team. They get an automatic L because I don't think anybody was expecting the Raptors to win that game. I thought the spread was even very low considering the circumstances. And now, who knows what's going to happen on Tuesday when the Raptors got to go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors are expected to have guys out. We're going to know more closer to tip-off, so I don't have those details in today's video. But all I know is this. The Raptors are in such a crucial part of this schedule. They were having an amazing December. Health and safety came storming in. We saw what health and safety protocols did to this team a season ago, and right now it is affecting them even worse than it did last year. Because the Raptors literally have nobody on their team that is an everyday starter. Like, you're talking about 10 guys being out. You're talking about your starters, literally, your starters being out. How on earth are the Raptors supposed to even remain competitive in these games? I'm hoping some players can return in that game against the 76ers because, my God, that is going to be another tough game to watch. Before we continue on, I do want to say that today's video sponsor is Manscaped, the leading men's hygiene brand. Get yourself the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, which includes the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver Ball Deodorant, Moisturizer, and Toner. They also just launched their new 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which has key ingredients with benefits that include hydrating, nutritioning, conditioning to the scalp, plus strengthening your hair at the same time. Every guy out there needs to add Manscaped before the new year, so you could get 20% off and free shipping with promo code LUCA3 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with promo code LUCA3 at manscaped.com. I know this applies to every single team with health and safety protocols, but again, if this is the direction the NBA wants to take, it is just not a good look, and I don't know how much longer they can go on like this, where you literally have teams playing their G League lineups in order to finish a game. So what I would have liked to see is for the Raptors to at least have another game postponed. They should not have played that game against the Cavaliers. You could have given them the full week off. It would have been a full week and a day. And if anything, they just got to play one game against the 76ers with everybody else, because you assume and hope the Raptors should be back to some normality with their team by Friday when they take on the Los Angeles Clippers. But that Sunday game, under those circumstances, having 10 guys out, 10 important players out, and the Raptors had to play that game against the Cavaliers, I don't know. Not a good look. Simply unfair for the Toronto Raptors. And I don't want to sound like a homer, but what's right is right. I just named you two teams that did get the benefit of the dough when it came to postponements, and it wouldn't have hurt for the Raptors to get one more game to at least stop some of the bleeding that they're currently going through with all of their players being in health and safety protocols. And this is what Nick Nurse had to say about the whole situation. This is Josh Lundberg on Twitter. Nurse asked if he wonders why they're still playing games. It's a hard question to answer. I'm always trying to be part of solutions. We've got a big problem here, not just in basketball. Leaders make decisions, and you try to ride with them. Be positive and go do your job. So Nick Nurse definitely taking the high road here. We'll see if anybody returns in that game against Philadelphia. If that's not the case, expect another Raptors loss. Just telling you how it is. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, by Friday, the last game of 2021, the Raptors can get a lot of their key players back and can actually look like a functional basketball team out there. Or else I might have to suit up and play for the team. But if that happens, the scoreline would be even more ugly than it is. So let me know what your thoughts are on all this, guys. I know a lot of people are frustrated. A lot of fans watching the game saying to themselves, what am I watching right now? Like, is this an NBA game or what? Or a high school game? That's honestly what it felt like at times. But again, I give all credit to those guys who had to play in that game. That is no easy task. I mean, the turnaround was very, very quick. They had very little time to even be out there with one another and garner some chemistry. So it could have been worse. At least the Raptors didn't lose by an NBA record. What is it, 73 points? So it could always be worse. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, plus ring the bell. Help me hit 26K on this channel. Share this video if you wish to. It helps get the word out. Follow me on social media, and we'll see what the Raptors look like in their next game against the Sixers. This is Luca Rosano signing off. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all again in the next video.